What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to The Good, the Bad and the Stupid. It's Thursday the 19th of March. Hope you're well. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. It's a podcast, as you know. If you don't know, it's also a video on YouTube, so you can check me out over there if you're wondering what the hell I look like because you think I sound pathetic and you want to put a face to the silly voice. That's all good. That's where to find me. Let's get down to what's going on. The shelves are still empty and the shops are still, they've got new rations in on the supermarkets, but there was still some empty shelves down at my one, so I don't think they fucking was really sort of enforcing the law, because the shoppers are getting a bit moody with the people who work there, aren't they? And like some of the people who work there are probably just going, you know what, fuck it, just take it. If you really want all that toilet roll and you're willing to fucking scream and shout in my face, I don't want your corona breath in my fucking face, thank you. Take the toilet roll, piss off. I bet it's getting a bit like that, so they need a bit more security, I think, down there. But soon we're going to have, when we're going to get these, like, you know, market traders pulling up in the middle of a fucking busy street like Oxford Street, opening a table and then selling dry pasta off it. You know, like them ones that were quickly trying to make a quick buck. They used to do it with the perfume and the watches and the gold and that. They could do it with the pasta and with the hand sanitizer. Fucking, I wouldn't be surprised. It's probably coming. You know, these quick buck Charlies or whatever. I'm all for making a quick buck, but not off fucking something like this. You know, it's just fucking, it's grimy, isn't it? Anyway, and speaking of grimy, it doesn't just go, that's the bottom end of the scale, but at the top end of the scale, Harley Street, you know Harley Street, where you can fucking walk up, if you've got enough money, you can go and get yourself a new face any day of the week. £375 they're selling private testing kits to celebrities and to rich people for £375 to test whether you've got the coronavirus. Now, if that isn't fucking... and they've sold 2,000 so far, around 2,000 at £375 each. How fucking ridiculous is that? If you're paying it, you're fucking... Can I get tested, please? No, but if you're paying it, then you're a fucking mug, because you should stand with everybody else and get everybody to make them fucking sell them at what the... Everyone's meant to be helping each other in these kind of situations, but that is complete profiteering. They probably only cost about fucking £5 from China. Literally, that's where everything's coming from, China, isn't it? According to Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump was called out in the press conference for saying that he keeps calling it the China virus and the Chinese virus and whatever. And someone said, "Why do you keep calling it the China virus?" And he went, "Because that's where it came from." She goes, "Don't you think that's racist?" He goes, "No, it's not racist. It's where it come from. It's from China. You come China. It's getting like really childish over it. So they keep saying it because they said something about the Americans might have dropped it over there. So bit of a war of words there, but you know, it's like schoolyard tricks, isn't it? But anyway, so yeah, they got them testing kits. They're out there, but you got to pay a fucking through the nose for it. I bet they're free on. They just need one of them. They should have given all of those to all the fucking doctors in the area, so hundreds of people like me and you can go and queue up and go get tested. But no, you can't do that. Not on a fucking Harley Street. Harley Street, you know, that's where all the celebrities go, isn't it? To look like they've just walked out of Madame Tussauds. I don't think you look very good when you come out of Harley Street. So a fool and his money, if you ask me. You're coming out looking like your face is fucking frozen stiff, and you've paid a fortune to look like that. And everyone's going, "He's had Botox, she's had Botox. Oh, what's he done to his face? Or what's she done to his face?" So that's all you're buying. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for somebody for everybody else in the room to go, "Oh, do you think he's gone a little bit too far on what he's had done there?" And the Harley Street don't care. They're like that. Fucking bring the money. Show me the money. Rich as anything, them fuckers are. Anyway, moving on. Coronation Street, EastEnders, and Emmerdale have reduced airing their what they called filming. So that's one bit of good news to come out of the whole situation. The filming of EastEnders was cancelled and Coronation Street's schedule was heavily reduced. So if you're like me and you're a fucking anti-soap opera, then you'll be very happy about that situation. I don't know what they're going to put some other shit on in its fucking place, I'm sure. So I don't think it's about the time slot on the TV. I'm never normally watching it then, but I can't watch them programmes. They fucking make me brain dead. If I'm not brain dead already, I will be after an omnibus of fucking EastEnders, that's for sure. Glastonbury's been cancelled. I didn't have a ticket anyway, so it doesn't really... I haven't been able to get a ticket for the last... I have not tried for the last 2 years. I went twice. The next year I couldn't get one. Next year I couldn't get one. Next 3 years, couldn't be bothered to fucking try. Because it ruins you. That Sunday morning, you got to get up at 9 o'clock and you're on about 4 different computers trying to fucking get through to the ticket. It's ridiculous. They should just do it like a lottery. Everybody that applies, you just send them a fucking thing through the post or something, like a Willy Wonka Glastonbury ticket. And you're like, that fucking nice one. But the way they do it is like, it's really hard work, because some of you get one and some of you don't. But at least, I mean, one good thing about it is that nobody can resell the tickets. Everybody has to have their faces on it and all that. All the other festivals, they don't give a fuck about the what's it called? Because Glastonbury sells out on its own merits. All the other festivals, the only reason they sell out is because all the ticket touts buy them, and then they sell them to fucking resell them to the other people. So they don't give a fuck about selling their tickets to touts, so you get ripped off. So one good thing about Glastonbury, it's just you got to find another way of getting in. I need to know some celebrities, but I've just pissed them all off now because I've just slagged them off with their plastic faces going to Harley Street with their fucking coronavirus testing kits. Testing kit wankers, that's what I'm going to call them. So you need to get in with a celebrity so you can go in and sleep in the fucking the trendy part of, because that sleeping in the tent at Glastonbury, it's hard work when you're in that fucking sea of tents. It's hard work finding the place, and it's hard work just living in that little tent when you feel like shit. If you like to have a fucking good old party, which you're going to do when you're there, you're going to feel like shit when you wake up in that tent. And I always need a piss in the middle of the night, and that is fucking not the place to be. Getting up and trying to... You end up just pissing all over everybody else's tents because you're going to piss on your own, do you? But that enclosed. What else can you do? Anyway, speaking of plastic surgery, doctors are urging women... Well, this isn't plastic surgery. This is just ridiculous. Doctors are urging women not to smother their bum cheeks in mashed bananas in a bizarre bid to get her behind like Kim Kardashian. So yesterday I was talking about them taking pills to to get their ass to look like Kim Kardashian, and I said that was ridiculous. Now they're smothering mashed bananas all over their backside. Who the fuck's come up with that one? If it was a witch doctor, it was off his fucking nuts. I know that for starters. It was a witch doctor, and it was like the most, what's it called? The worst ratings on TripAdvisor, or in some jungle expedition or whatever. He's got the worst rating out of all the witch doctors. Who's told you that? That's worse than fucking Chinese fucking rhino horn and all that kind of bollocks. Rubbing mashed potato on your banana, on your banana. Rubbing mashed banana on your bum cheeks. Anyway, how they're saying it works. Let's see if I can get because I've not read the rest. Claim that the puree acts as an unlikely buttock boosting treatment, but experts warn it could cause side effects including irritation, inflammation, rashes and eczema. And banana smelling, soaking wet underwear. How about that one? You missed that one off the list. If you want to be on the train or wherever going, who smell bananas? Who's going to own up? I've just wiped it all over my arse to get myself a big booty so I can do the twerking. Each to their own. I don't need it. I was going to say I might give it a try, see how it works for this podcast, but it's not about that. This is about the news. A lie-in could be bad for your ticker. The other week they were saying fucking what's it called? No, what were they saying? They were saying the opposite. A lie-in could be bad for your ticker. The other day they were saying too little sleep I don't know what they were saying the other day, I forgot now. But a lying could be bad for your ticker. Sleeping more than 8 hours a night can lead to stiffened arteries, say researchers. Well, they usually say the opposite. You'll read one paper to say that, the other paper will say fucking get as much kip as you can, have naps. That was it. That's what they said. Take naps in the afternoon, does wonders for you. Then the next day, they said for the next week, they were saying like naps fucking can give you strokes and shit like that. So you can't win. But I can't sleep for more than 8 hours anyway, so it doesn't apply for me. I'm up way too. I wake up. I get pissed off with myself because I can't sleep long. Even when I've been drinking, I still wake up early. I just wake up and have a longer headache. That's all that happens. I don't get a longer sleep. Another beauty tip not to follow. Naomi Campbell reveals she spends half an hour a day soaking in salt and vinegar. So she wants to turn herself into a crisp. If she left herself in there a little bit longer than half an hour, she probably would do. She's quirky bath helps calm her down. It's good if her fella likes salt and vinegar crisps, doesn't it? He could nibble her, and that would be like, she'd love the the attention. He could nibble away, and she's getting a little thrill from it. And they're both happy about it, aren't they? But she says it's a beauty system. It's very calming for the nervous system. Another mad beauty tip, but I mean, apple cider, it's good for drinking, the apple cider vinegar, isn't it? But I don't know. Epsom salts, she said. Epsom salts and what's the vinegar? If you want to do it, kosher salts and vinegar. Epsom salts and kosher salts and vinegar. Some of us ain't got time for that anyway. We're just about got time for a fucking shower. Because you know what I mean, by the time I've got all the salt and everything just perfect, I've got to be out the door, so that won't work for me, unfortunately. What's it? I don't get this one. A doctor. This is a genuine. Something's gone wrong there with the screen. This is a genuine answer from a doctor to somebody that's wrote into the newspaper. Dog food is nutritionally. The headline is the shops are shut and all I have to eat is a tin of dog food. Is it safe to eat? But they're fucking dragging the barrels out now if they think that we need to have... They're putting that in so that they can pass on that information and knowledge of that answer to anybody reading. So if anybody in the house has got cat food and dog food and that's all you've got, because that's how fucking shit times are, that you either visiting food banks and can't get out to them, or you're fucking brassic, and you know that is the worst case scenario for anybody, and they're giving you advice on it. Yeah, they're basically telling you that yes, it is safe to eat dog food. So there you go. Dog food is nutritionally balanced for the canine metabolism, so it has more fat and less protein than we need. It's also enriched with vitamin, which can be harmful in high doses to humans in the long term, but none of this should be a problem if you're only eating one tin at a time. The bigger the risk is, although most tin pet food is made from ingredients that are left over from human food manufacture. Basically just the offcuts and everything of the meat, isn't it? So there you go. So it's probably best to find an all-night shop instead. But it is safe to eat dog food, and I imagine the same for cat food, fish food, whatever. Eat it all, but don't eat it all. Just fucking wait and have something to eat in the morning. Unless you've been fucking sitting there for a week starving. Don't go for the dog food on the back of that information or advice. That coming straight from the government, straight to the newspaper. Saying that, I fucking jest, but the way the shops are being emptied, we might all have to. It's a shame I haven't got a dog or a cat. I'll have to fucking, I'll have to eat. I'll have to write in and say, is it all right to eat? Cleaning products. That's all I've got in the cupboard. Cleaning products, or, what's it called? Fuck knows, I've got nothing else. That's all I've got in there. Cleaning products. I was going to say toilet paper then, but that's running low. The company behind the dating site for the men with the tiny manhoods I spoke about the other day have launched another. They've obviously had that much of a rush. They must have had this all set up already, ready to go. And the papers are backing this because they must be bunging the paper to put these in the newspaper. Because I told you, men are like fucking. We're dumb, aren't we? So men will just flock to it, you know, and probably the women will be. The women won't be flocking to the dinky one. The men will be, because they think, fucking hell, there's an app for us, for the small penis one, the dinky one. So all the blokes have gone and signed up to that. And now they've counteracted it by putting one out for the larger blokes. So all the blokes are going to be put with the fucking big dicks are going to be fucking piling into that one. And that one's going to be, a lot of women are going to be flying over to that one as well, I imagine. Don't get some either, but the women who are fucking, after a good time, a really good time, are going over to the larger one, I imagine. So sign up. Singletons must pack more than the UK average of 5.5 inches in their pants. So it ain't going to be like, I bet you what you like. Give it a month or two. They'll have one for the middle group, the middle section. The average. What's this one called anyway? The big one. Dinky one. What's the other one called? Big one. That's it. Big one. So, ladies, if you fancy a bloke with a big one, there you go. That's where you've got to find him. Don't get dinky one by accident. I'd be brilliant. I'll tell you what. If you're a dinky one, go and sign up to the big one for a laugh, because the women are just shallow who are going on that one. Some of them are. You see him in the fucking. You see him on like. In the old like Readers' Wives or whatever, and they'd like put things like fucking large. Looking for a bloke, nice eyes, good sense of humour, big dick, please. It's like, fucking hell. So, yeah, there you go. Get on there, dinky ones, on the large one, and really fucking give him something to give him a shock. see how the date goes after you've had such a good time. Then do that, and they think they're like licking their lips at what's going to happen when the trousers come down, and then they see the dinky one. Let's see how that one goes down. Get all the tips here. Right, let's. Moving on to Richard Branson. I was just going to say Richard Branson's let all his staff off, hasn't he, for 2 weeks? Like most of his staff unpaid for 2 or for 8 weeks. When apparently that would just not even be 2% of his personal wealth. So fucking Scrooge. That's like, I thought he used to come across as the boss to work for, the genuine like. You know, the fucking fun-loving guy that had the back of all his staff, all having photos with his like air stewardesses and all that. All of a sudden he gets a little bit older, and all of a sudden he's like, fucking Scrooge, money, it's mine, it's all mine. I don't want to fucking. As soon, I bet a day or two after he's paid everybody, he's had it all back in interest anyway. He just can't, you know, and that's like a real fucking. He could have won a lot of. He could have won a lot of love if he'd come out and said, I'm taking my staff off, they're all getting paid by myself. That would have just fucking shot all his competitors in the arse. But instead, he's gone for the fucking cheap shot and let everybody have 8 weeks off, unpaid leave, and let them struggle. Tell you what, he's changed. He's changed. He's gone down in my estimation. He needs to do a fucking U-turn and come back. But he sued the NHS as well, so... I tell you what, people get money and they become they're in a different fucking planet to everybody else. So we don't expect any love from us. Let the planes. Well, I like the people to have their jobs back. I was going to say, let the airline go bust. I'll never go on Virgin anyway. But no, I've got a friend who works for Virgin, and she's not happy about being sidelined at the moment. So right, when we're going to go, Boffins have found a fish. Boffins have found a fish with fingers. I'm going to finish on this one. I might finish on this one. Boffins have found a fish with fingers. They say that it's missing link in human evolution. The 5-foot shark-like what I can't say this word. Epistostagi Watsoni fish. Why do they call it that? Why don't they just call it the fish finger fish so everybody can fucking say it? Why they've had to call it? And that, it's not like there's going to be another one along and you have to call the next one fish finger fish 2. They've called it an Epistostagi Watsoni fish, and it swam in the southern oceans 380 million years ago. Its fins had bony fingers on the end. So its fingers were on its fucking fins, so they were in the wrong place. So that ain't right. Which evolved into hands on mammals such as humans. The fossil was found at something National Park. This pushes back the origins of vertebrates to the fish level. So there you go, fish with fingers. Imagine that. Imagine that would have carried on. It'd have been like one of them characters off fucking Family Guy or something. You know, the fish talking fish. Or is that's on American Dad, isn't it? I'll tell you what. I'm going to finish up on one more thing. The funniest thing I've seen in a long time. Well, it's one of the funniest things because I'm going to say that a lot. Was fucking. I saw Family Guy last night and Peter Griffin trying to fucking open the Venetian blinds. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. If you can find it, find the clip of it. If you've ever tried to open a Venetian blind, it's that, and literally you'll have you fucking cracking up laughing because what he's doing is exactly what you've found yourself doing on many occasions. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you again tomorrow. See you later. Bye.